9 Crazy Things Royals Did in the Past. 1. Charles VI of France believed he was made of glass. King Charles VI ruled during a time of great chaos. In 1392, he had his first attack of madness. Charles suffered from a glass delusion. He refused to move, sitting still for hours on end. He suffered from paranoia and violent rages. He gave up on washing and had to be cut out of clothes. Charles VI lived out the rest of his life, plagued by insanity. 2. Philip V of Spain thought he was a frog. King Philip V exhibited bipolar symptoms in old age. Sometimes he was simply depressed. Other times, he screamed and bit himself. He refused to implement proper hygiene and became violent. Once he claimed he couldn't walk. His feet were different sizes. Another time, he claimed to have been turned into a frog. 3. Maria Eleonora of Brandenburg slept with her husband's heart. When King Gustavus Adolphus died, the queen went crazy with grief. She refused to bury Gustavus's body for more than a year. She slept below a hanging casket that contained his heart. Maria Eleonora couldn't give the king a male heir, so she rejected her daughter, calling her a monster. 4. Ibrahim I had a weird fetish. Ibrahim was the Sultan of the Ottoman Empire. He was obsessed with obese women. Ibrahim urged his agents to find the fattest woman possible. They tracked down a woman who weighed 330 pounds. Ibrahim made her governor-general of Damascus. 5. Peter III of Russia was a man-child. Tsar Peter made his wife dress up in military gear. She had to run drills while he watched. They never consummated their marriage. Peter preferred staying in bed to play with toy soldiers. Once a rat bit the head off one of the soldiers. Peter gave the rat a proper court-martial. Then he had it hanged on tiny gallows. 6. Qin Shi Huang of China tried to achieve immortality. Emperor Qin is famous for his terracotta army. He ascended the throne at 13. Qin was a ruthless ruler on a quest for literal immortality. He burned books and had 460 scholars executed. They had doubted the viability of his plans. Qin funded searches for a life elixir, patronizing alchemists. One of them gave the emperor daily mercury pills. Mercury poisoning drove the emperor insane. He became a recluse, and his behavior became erratic. He died at 49. 7. Frederick II of Prussia knighted his dogs. Frederick the Great was a successful leader for most of his life, but in later years, he became increasingly weird. He shunned people, preferring the company of his greyhounds. Frederick called them his Marquises de Pompadour. He left instructions that he be buried next to his greyhounds. 8. Joanna of Castile refused to let her dead husband go. Joanna was Queen of Castile and Aragon in Spain. She dearly loved her husband, Philip I, but Philip suddenly died at the age of 28. Joanna refused to be separated from his embalmed body. She kept it in her room and even traveled with it. Joanna's family saw her as unfit to rule. Her son Charles eventually took on the role of regent. 9. Otto of Bavaria spent his reign fighting doors. Otto never actually ruled because of his delusions. Bavaria was ruled by regents during his reign. Otto himself was confined to a castle. He spent years growing his beard. He talked to imaginary people and chain-smoked. Otto hated closed doors. He would violently kick at them until he fell down with exhaustion.